Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're gonna continue playing The Voice of Cards. We're going to save more. Get things switched over. Fun. Let's go. Little convenient recap for it.
Don't hold back.
Nice going with this. She's now immune to poison. Mara could have used that.
A monster appears. Rather, you approach it, because the poor thing's paralyzed from head to toe. You may be able to aid it by administering some curative.
Got plenty of those. Let's see, why not?
You take pity on the creature and administer some curative. Able to move once more, it makes a clumsy attempt at a bow, and then it is gone.
No real ideas of gratitude. We didn't need a reward. I mean, that's just greedy.
A monster appears. To want to say something? It's standing around and fidgeting. It points to you and then goes stiff, acting as though paralyzed. Aha! This must be the creature whose paralysis you cured with some curative. It hands you a bottle of medicine, takes a sweeping, graceful bow to show you how far it's come, and takes its leave.
Happy form. Supreme sound.
And fight. Look, you two, it's the sea, Ridis exclaims, frolicking in glee. You, on the other hand, trudge along as far as you can from the coast, ignoring the hair sticking to your forehead.
We hate water.
Feeling something at your feet, you glance down. There's something underneath your boot. It appears you've stepped on a monster's cape, making it very upset. It attacks you in fury.
Oh, it's a big boy. Big boys. Let's try this. Yes.
Oh?
On this. Now let's do a buffed up double damage. Pretty good. Now. It's okay, this is over. Spinning ray. Light damage to all enemies. It's our first light spell. Oh, now we can generate 2 gems. Let's open up and or nothing. shoreline.
You hear a roar in the distance. According to the townsfolk, it is a very recent phenomenon. Rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon.
Could be.
You set foot inside the inn only to be greeted with the great clanging of a bell. Congratulations, the innkeeper shouts above the joyous din. It would appear you and your companions are this inn's 10,000th customers. That means you've won the lifetime of free stays pass.
These reasons for the inns being free are getting more contrived each time. But I appreciate it. No more like that. Okay, actually no. Well, that's an upgrade. Yeah, I did like element rings or two. Specific for my taste. Just gonna take the numbers. Number to go up. The blacksmith's flip side story. We'll look at that later. Now break the flow.
The sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutritionist Oreo."
Oreo. I love those.
You open the door without knocking. Is anyone home, you call? A muscular man emerges from the back.
Look at that tone, Fizzy.
Praising his musculature seems to put him in high spirits. Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper diet, he explains. So why don't we enjoy a life of love and nutritional meals together?
A solid proposition.
Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. Indeed, I am the nutritionist Oreo, he answers. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that your comrade is now bedridden because of it. He stares at the extract for a long time, and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside.
What?
That's poison, Melanie shouts in alarm. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition, and insists that knowledge is power, as if that will help somehow. Regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement to counter it. However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement.
How do you catch it?
When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Riddis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology of the fish in detail. That book comes in handy from time to time, Melanie remarks in surprise. Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have already caught a spry fish. It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him.
Now, Riz is flip-side story. Oh, look at that. She's read many times before. It's never happier. Thankfully, not depressing. But we got the blacksmith to look at. Oh. That's capitalism. Hello.
The man says the fishing industry is usually thriving in their seaside town, but recently nets have been coming up empty. He mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late.
Listen, man, it's flip-side story. Talking to him once.
You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly, "Power is power." You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind that this is Oreo's son. He asks if you have business with him.
Look at that tone physics.
Praising his musculature seems to have put him in high spirits. Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper exercise, he explains. So why don't we cast our needless garments aside and train together? Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is the nutritionist's son. That I am, he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno and says he is learning to be a nutritionist like his father. You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey and require a spry fish to save your ill comrade. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes engrossed in your tale. More or less grasping the situation, he regrets to inform you that he has not caught any spry fish yet. He says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have scared most of the fish away. You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek there. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno offers to escort you there. Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask. But Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along.
It's a little expensive for that. But we'll try it. Give it a chance.
Bruno looks ecstatic that he was allowed to join your party. When you ask him why, he tells you that his dream is to be an adventurer and has thus been training every day. But his father, famed in the world of nutrition, forced him into following in his footsteps. One desires strength, the other knowledge. Unable to see eye to eye, the two fight nearly every day. What will you ask Bruno? Curious about his attire, you ask why he does not wear armor. He confessed that he once wished for armor, but deemed it unnecessary after gaining so much muscle. You ask Bruno about his sword arm, saying you are something of a swordsman yourself. Bruno replies that he specializes in hand-to-hand combat, then flexes his bulging biceps as proof. Apparently, he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer. In that moment, you realize something. While his passion for being an adventurer is true, he is dumber than a sack of rocks. The words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind, but you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you. He has been fishing for several days, having decided not to return home empty-handed. He hopes his wife and child back in Shoreland are well. The woman says she has been waiting here for days, worried about her husband, who has yet to return. Lately, a monstrous roar has been disturbing the seas and scaring away all the fish. He sighs, lamenting that his catches have been poor as a result. A rough-tempered piscator stands there, having just returned from fishing. Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul. Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside, you see a spry fish, Bruno shouts. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free.
Come on, you schmuck.
When you ask how much it will cost, he gives the absurd price of 1 million gold pieces. You're heartless, Ridis pouts. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth and shouts, "Stop right there! Your fisherman muscles are simply sublime," he exclaims. He challenges the man to a competition of muscles with the spry fish as the prize. The piscator seems interested and agrees on one condition. If you lose, you must become my servant. This one's all yours, Melanie says, patting you on the shoulder. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars, completely fired up. Your puny body is no match for mine, the Piscator shouts back, throwing a punch. A battle of beefiness. Looking ripped.
Should we be doing it? I think. Alright, let's finish. Or nothing for the ages.
His victory sealed, Bruno strikes a glorious pose and shouts out, "Witness the power of power." Defeated, the Piscator hands over the spry fish to Bruno. Bruno extends a hand to the Piscator, who has fallen to his knees. With a serene smile, he takes the offered hand. An unspoken friendship begins to form between the two. Or at least, you hope that's what the prolonged silence between them means.
Hey, you spry fish.
Only a fool would drink some stranger's filthy brew, you bark. The suspicious doctor grumbles mightily, making a fine show of his discontent as he takes his leave. With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. You hand the fish to Oreo and ask him to make you the supplement. "Give me a moment," he says, then takes the fish and heads into the back. "It's ready," he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle. You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double. But before that... you face Bruno and say, "Take care," then run off. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you just a little longer. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. You will stay here and study, he commands. Then you leave me no choice. Bruno's expression reads as he raises both hands behind his head and squats at hyperspeed. "I want to show this power to the world," Bruno proclaims to his father. "You have much to learn, my son," Oreo retorts as he starts sidestepping at breakneck speed. Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates through the otherwise silent room. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display. Bruno falls to his knees, panting. "This is my limit." "You have grown, my son," Oreo says, looking no worse for wear. "So are you coming with us or not?" Melanie interjects, ever the blunt one.
Archer was away for 30 minutes for his tomfoolery.
"Only our muscles know the answer," comes Bruno's cryptic reply. "I don't get it," Ridus remarks frankly. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed to go with you for just a little while longer. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking that no one else can understand. Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together.
Carriage masters, flip sides. Hello, bedside. Why, I think he was here.
Mar lies listlessly upon the bed, looking somewhat haggard. You help Mar sit up. "Drink this, Mar," you say to him gently. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside. Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now.
Yeah. Better hug.
You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mewls softly in discomfort. Overcome with joy, you sob and stroke Mar's head. Melanie and Ridis watch you too with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others. With this, you can finally put the happenings of that strange village behind you. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon.
Alright, well, Bruno, it was nice knowing you. So torn between Mr. Melanie. Guess this is fine for now. Actually, wait, can I take myself out of the party? Wait, I wonder. I can. But do we do have my key on here? So it's probably not the best time. I can do it if I want. One second. Feel. I can miss a side quest.
I didn't stand a chance against you, the Piscator admits, gazing adoringly at Bruno.
There we go.
As you near the boat, one of the crew shouts that you're in the way. You decide it may be best to keep your distance from the vessel.
Sorry, don't feel straight to the
A troubled woman tells you that there has been a rise in thefts lately. She speculates the recession to be the cause.
Tell me that.
She claims that even the cold medicine she always has on hand has disappeared. She narrows her eyes at the crowd, suspecting there is a thief among them, and offers a reward for the return of the medicine. Your ears perk up at the word reward, and you immediately agree to help expose the dirty thief. I can feel the dragon's presence. I must inform Lady Winifred, the knight mutters. You feel impatient, determined not to let the order beat you to it. You arrive at Bruno's house. Though he seems to want to adventure a little more, he reluctantly enters his house. You ask Oreo if he knows anything about the monster behind that mighty roar. He says that the creature nests atop a tower not far from town. With that, your next destination is decided. Here, you will part ways with these two, but you owe a great deal to the nutritionist and his son. Bruno looks at you, his eyes begging you to let him come along. What will you say?
Very well, that's what I'm getting at.
Let us defeat the dragon together, you say to him. You are sure his power and knowledge will come in handy against the beast. And you realize with a grin, he will be so happy just to come along that he will not want a share of the reward.
Okay, I was gonna say it's not out of character for us to want him to come along. For any selfless reason.
Bruno is happy he can continue the journey, but Oreo stops him before he can get carried away. You must stay here and study, Oreo says. Bruno explains that the journey thus far has taught him the splendor of nutrition, and he now wishes to travel the world to deepen his knowledge. After hearing his son out, Oreo suddenly removes his glasses.
Oh no, are you serious? And the fox around his neck is woken up.
And in the blink of an eye, the flesh of Bruno's cheeks, pectorals, and abdomen recess. And Bruno is lifted off his feet with a dull roar. Your eyes go wide at Oreo's assault, which was too fast for your eyes to catch. Knowledge of nutrition can help save lives, but also strike down enemies, Oreo says softly. Wow, nutrition is incredible, Ridis marvels, not putting too much thought into the events before her.
She's right though. Nutrition.
Knowledge is the true power. You tremble, never wanting to make an enemy of Oreo. Though Oreo still deems his son's knowledge insufficient, he tells him to travel the world and surpass him someday. Thank you, Father, Bruno says from the ground, moved to tears by the strength of Oreo's knowledge. So it comes to pass that you journey to the tower with Bruno to find the roaring beast. Yet another colorful character.
That was a quick chapter. Hold on.
With his 3D hävande hos väldigt sevidi och quenchade war inus to harimoen dissonien 3D häs hove lesenan jedi convenius io quentalio dio ventro
shoreline. Oh. I didn't need to read that. And we also got here a story. The Ultimate Man. It's Cookie the Singing Gardener. Watch that one. Yeah, Cookie. Oh yeah, we also got Muscular Man. From House of Bowling received a stone about he never let anyone get the better of him again. Or game to absolutely ignore him. Yeah, possibly. There you go, girl. Girl boss. I'm ready to buy Mars. Cool.
That was lucky. Oh?
Sure. More envelope. No, I need it. Oh, that's good. Whoever I know can use it. Lodge stuff. Yep. Oh, it already has it, never mind. Hello there. You.
You approach a woman sneaking around in a corner of town. Hearing your voice, she turns in surprise. You see a vial of cold medicine clutched in her hands. You explain that the person she stole it from needs it back. The woman begins to explain her own situation with downcast eyes. My poor little boy is bedridden, she says tearfully. He needs medicine, but I don't have any money, so I took it. Hearing her tale, you are overcome by sympathy and decide to look the other way. She thanks you and hands you something, apologizing for not having more.
Mysterious card 6.
Medicine in hand, the woman leaves quickly. Now then, what to tell the other lady? You explain that you were unable to find the thief. Clearly saddened by the news, she explains that she keeps the medicine on hand for her husband, who gets sick quite easily. She laments that she may not have the money to buy more. Unsure if you made the right choice, you return to your journey with a heavy heart.
Oh, it sucks, it sucks. Better hope your husband doesn't get sick. The woman had a son who was sick now. save.
That was lucky. Nice work.
Yes. I just eliminated one enemy off the bat. Going more.
You pick up a scrap of paper dropped by some manner of monster. It has a message scrawled on it in crude lettering.
Store treasure, harbor, peninsula, where see the sea.
Clearly, whoever dropped this message did not want to forget where the stolen treasure is hidden. Stash the scrap of paper in your pack and resolve to keep an eye out for the treasure on your travels. That's the ocean.
Yeah, I know.
You come across two men sitting on a rock. They take no notice
Because
to
of
listen in.
treasure, perhaps.
Listen about that loot. Head south from the harbor and cross the mountains. It sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away.
Germs, I love those.
And fight. Fortune favors the bold.
There, yeah. That's piercing.
An armor-clad knight stands, exuding an extraordinarily powerful aura. The knight faces you and asks, "Might you be challengers?" But after sizing you up for a long moment, his shoulders slump and he mutters, "No, you are not yet ready. Grow strong, young ones," he says, then returns to standing in silence. It appears he awaits a stalwart warrior to challenge him. You come across a gaping hole in the ground. The sign beside it depicts a piece of armor, followed by, "Do not drop this in the hole." It's only human to want to do exactly what you're told not to. That's just a waste of good equipment, you think to yourself, and take your leave.
Oh, now I'm wondering what could have been. About not dropping it just mean I'm gonna take it, not just leave it there.
Let's do this.
Pretty good.
About the enemy.
It's real curious.
find an old telescope. Pick it up and angle it toward the coastline. Peering through the lens, all you know is there's something up ahead. You should be able to tell for certain you didn't see anything of interest. So you put the telescope back where you found it and move on. Something's catching the sunlight just so. You move closer to get a better look at it. You find a chest lodged in the hollow of a tree. Something about this feels familiar. Sure enough, this is the location those thieves mentioned when you were eavesdropping. Quite convinced you found their stash, you open the chest with a self-satisfied smirk on your face. Nice work. You spy a rather large number of monster prints on the ground. A wry smile plays across your lips as you remove the scrap of paper from your pack. You pull from your pack the note a monster dropped near the musty tower. You feel around in the grass for a few moments before your hand strikes something surprisingly firm. The scrap of paper tells no lies. You greedily open the chest.
3,000.
Let's do this.
Attention until the next action is taken.
fight.
Give me that. I don't know what connection yet. Alright, that's everything. 100% is map for what's one.
The Bazaar Rock transformed into an Aqua Rock. The only way out of this fight is through it.
I don't know why I bother doing that. Lightning strike should always be always.
You did great.
Go that way.
We have finally arrived at the Tower of Legend. Is everyone ready? You ask with a posed look. Bruno is the first to respond. But this is just an old lighthouse, he remarks, oblivious to your sudden embarrassment. Riddis snorts to herself, seeing you red in the face from jumping to conclusions. It appears this sturdy door has a magic seal on it. Unfortunately, it is out of her realm of expertise. Riddis rolls up her sleeves and shouts, "Open Sesame!" You swear you have heard these words somewhere before. You all watch in silence as the door stays shut. You snort to yourself, seeing Riddis red in the face. Bruno exhales deeply, then places both hands on the door. He pushes with all his might, his breath labored, chest heaving, sweat dribbling. And it opens. It seems the magic seal could not protect the door from the physical might of your most stalwart companion. This is the power of power, Bruno pants, but you promptly ignore him and enter the tower.
That's great, Bruno.
Congrats.
Get this rolling. They look cool. That wasn't the most effective thing.
You did great.
No.
Don't hold back.
I did not hold back.
Nice work. And fight.
RV. Press up. Neat. Marsta hasn't gotten his first ability yet. I'm concerned. Double gold.
About the enemy. You lose your footing. You stumble, falling headlong downward.
That can happen.
Once more from the bottom.
Okay. I thought that's what I meant.
Don't hold back.
Alright, back where we were. Don't fall off the table.
Your footing suddenly crumbles. With no way of saving yourselves, you fall downward. Third time's the charm.
Damn it. Freeze wall. Wraith Wolf is weak to mold. Oh no. First one. Getting a distinct impression that I don't really need a demonic dance right here. Community paralysis. Moral photo. No. I swear I tried that.
It seems like you can return to the floor you were just on, but only once. What will you
Because there's a
do?
bunch
You're
of
assailed
them.
with a sudden dizzy spell and feel your consciousness fading. You realize that you're back at the entrance of the floor. That dreadful falling feeling in the pit of your stomach must have been your
I could just
imagination.
jump back over to where I was.
fight.
One. I hate to see it.
Excellent.
Oh,
Foolish humans. Did you come here to consign the drops of salvation to oblivion? It sounds like he is saying something important, but you do not understand it in the slightest. Melanie is so absorbed in thinking about the creature's words, she cannot hear you calling her. Bruno is admiring his own muscles gleaming in the torchlight. You have made a poor choice. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks.
definitely this wouldn't have been much better.
And fight. That was lucky.
Almost over already. Alright, well, this is fun. This is pretty good, it turns out. Where's the third floor of this? That was just the mini boss, though. 4 or 5. Trying to 3. Double proof 2. Increase fire and water damage by 5. Pretty nice. I was expecting something out of more from Maruto. I haven't waited for that long. From me to get one ability.
And fight.
No, Redis. You missed your failure. You're actually the worst. Take back everything good I ever said.
Something glimmers on the floor. Melanie suggests it might be money. You are instantly upon the shining object, picking it up. Melanie asks why you have such a fixation with money. We were poor, so you begin. Then remember being serious isn't in your character. Leaving your past a mystery, you quickly throw aside the shiny piece of glass and move on.
Enemy of yours. No.
Good work. Nice work. Let's do this.
I wonder. Pass. Spinning red. Right there we go. Right. That's cool, I guess. I think we can do exactly 28 damage. Oh, finally. Forward, forward. We'll do SU. It's been a little while. I'm getting concerned about the length of this dungeon. This has to make the last floor before the
Let's
boss.
do this.
I refuse to believe there's a fifth, like, full floor. Still kill you. Where's Silver? Oh, 10 HP to all allies. Cool. You know what that means? That means I don't really need heal. Pretty scared. Otherwise, I gotta make sure she has it. Poison hasn't really been serving us that well.
fight.
As soon as I say that I get something that would have been able to be poisoned. You're not gonna make me regret this. You look like we are weak, holy. Not like the holy. This has multiple hits for some reason. Ah. Okay, just gonna stay calm. Turtle.
About the enemy. Excellent. Have you savages no mercy? The dragon's heart and body have already been reduced to naught, it says. It sounds like he is saying something profound, but you do not understand it in the slightest. Realizing the creature's words are beyond her comprehension, Ridis gives up on thinking and yawns loudly. Melanie considers the words, but cannot seem to concentrate, with the oppressive heat radiating from Bruno's sweltering pose.
Oh, I
You
see.
feel your eye twitch, realizing that your comrades may be the death of you. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks.
Hungry. Alright, time for a biggie. Heal plus. Ooh, dark damage.
Though the battle is over, you cannot stop thinking about what those monsters were saying. Come on, we have to defeat that dragon, Melanie says assuredly. Why are you so obsessed with defeating the dragon? You ask her. She explains that her mother was killed by the dragon. She did not say any more, but her hatred for the beast was clear in her eyes.
Still one now, Cryon. Just me a second. There's nothing here. I'm gonna try.
You did great.
Treasure. Alright, I'll take it. Now we go. Okay, we'll save again.
You hear the roar again. It seems to be coming from the upper levels. Mar mews, as if in response to the creature's growl. Enamored by the adorable noise, you pet Mar on the head. You're obsessed, Melody remarks snidely, but looks at you two as if wanting to pet Mar too. It sounds like the roaring beast is close.
That's what I'm doing.
Congrats.
No, nothing up on.
Nice work.
Let's go where it is.
Good work.
Copper. Wait, what'd that do? I kinda. I skipped past it. You know, 25 damage. Something just made for killing those rocks. Oh, the roof. There can't be any more. It's the roof. Why is the roof so long?
door before you is shut quite tightly. It appears to have a keyhole. The magical key may be of use here.
Use the key.
You insert the magical key into the hole and turn. You hear the lock come undone with a loud clank. The dragon may be just ahead. Now we slay the dragon for riches. On your demotivating words, everyone proceeds through the doorway. Good work.
Gotta be like in the center. Doesn't only be thematically appropriate. Simply treasure though. Alright. Just making sure. Alright, we got just the man for this job. Flash if you want to. What is wrong, King? I meant to do cover. That's okay though. found it. Can I use my salve outside battle? That's all good. Okay, there we go. Plenty is to go around. Give ourselves one final save. You know what? Do it.
You have finally arrived. Before you stands the dragon you have been searching for. More assassins, the dragon sighs weakly. Whether or not the beast is weak, you care not. You muster up your courage and shout, "Prepare yourself, you big lizard." But the dragon's roar sends your bravery flying with the wind. Your legs tremble in fear. But no matter how scared you are, the dragon will not wait.
The killer dragon doesn't get his own boss thing. Quick shot. Critical. Yes. Spinning ray.
"We shall strike you down," you exclaim, slashing out while cheering on your comrades. But at that moment, Vince appears. Its wounds healed, the dragon looks more lively than before. You, too, would be troubled without this dragon, he says, standing in your way. Stop spouting nonsense, the normally collected Melanie shouts. It seems Melanie has lost her composure before her mother's killer. She unleashes a fireball imbued with her hatred. But it is repelled by the dragon's tough scales, and the dragon returns the favor by spewing fire from its mouth. You seem to stand no chance against the revitalized dragon. Melanie looks distressed. Vince climbs atop the beast's back. The flapping of the dragon's wings sends forth one wind blast after the next. Stay out of this, Vince commands, then flies off toward the western sea.
Fireproof. Where this breeze.
You worry for Melanie, who has been burnt badly by the dragon's fire. I can't get up, she whispers weakly. Drink this, Bruno instructs, offering her a small bottle. It will help you regain your strength. Bruno claims he drinks it every day. It is a recipe from his father, that of a custom supplement. Make her drink it already, you cry, your panicked expression urging Bruno to give Melanie the supplement. Melanie has a bad feeling about it, but downs it all in a single gulp. And suddenly regains her strength. At ease with her recovery, you descend the tower. The ocean spreads out before you to the west, whither the dragon went. Return to Shoreland in search of a boat to pursue the dragon. When you return, Oreo approaches. It seems like something has happened to the town. He says a raging wind blew through and destroyed the town. You surmise the flapping of the dragon's wings is to blame.
Oh,
You explain that you need a boat to go after the dragon, and Oreo's look turns grim. Sensing there may be a problem, you quickly make your way to the wharf. The woman says the violent winds stirred up the sea, causing her precious ship to run aground. But if you can return her vessel to the water, she will gladly give you a ride. Your brows furrow, knowing that there is no way you could move a ship. Beside you, Bruno stretches, warming up his body. Despite the damage from the violent winds, he seems hopeful that the fish will return, now that the thunderous growls have stopped. She laments that she may not have the money to buy more. A violent wind strong enough to send a ship flying. the night trembles in fear of the dragon's power. After striking a fantastic pose to show off his muscles, he charges straight at the boat. No matter how hard he pushes, though, the boat does not budge. It's pointless, you sigh, turning around when a muscle-bound Melanie stands before you.
Oh my.
Now it's working, Bruno exclaims, unsurprised at the sight of Melanie. It appears the custom supplement she drank in the tower bulked her up. Let us combine our power, Bruno entreats Melanie. Her whole body racked with chills, Melanie screams out to the sky. You need Melanie's help to catch the dragon. You call out to her. Hoping to distract her from her shame, you shout out complete nonsense. But in the next instant, you receive a violent punch to the face and are sent flying. You hear your bones creak in a way you've never heard before. But afterward, the two muscle-bound forms work together and return the boat to sea. I will never be a beautiful bride like this, Melanie mutters sadly. You're wrong, Bruno exclaims. Those muscles are the most beautiful thing a bride could ever have.
There's the right idea.
At any rate, you leave the port town and follow the dragon.
Melanie and Bruno. That I want to see. Trying to get the dragon does regards. Power up to a bow. And it has power, superhuman power. Oh, got like an All Might situation going on. I have a feeling that once I go on this ship, the little like recap cutscene's gonna play. It'll be the end of the chapter. So I'm gonna see that real quick, and if it does, I'm gonna exit the game right now.
You will be sailing after the dragon. Make sure you are prepared for the journey.
Actually, no, there couldn't be a better time to end the stream. So, thank you for coming out. We got a lot done today. We saved Mar, fought a dragon, Now we're gonna chase Dragon and Vince, who is protecting the dragon for yet to be discovered reasons. And we're gonna go over on boat and fight them. So, see you next time on Friday for more of this game. So, have a good night.